Hey everybody, how you doing? Good morning. This is Kaylana, the blessed driver. And yeah, I got my hair pulled back today. Anyway, guys, good morning. I'm here in downtown. You guys need to order down in this area, kinda. So I just decided to pull over for about 30 minutes to chat with you guys. Just want to show you guys Orlando a little bit. This is downtown. This is off of, I think, Pine Street and Church. No, Pine. I think Pine Street, I think. Yeah, it's gorgeous down here. If you guys have never been to Orlando, Florida, come on down. Just kind of wanted to show you guys what it's like. It's beautiful here. I don't really come downtown too often, unless I'm, doing something or whatever. But usually I get pulled down here when I'm doing like, one of the food deliveries or rideshare or something. But I don't do rideshare that much anymore. It's mostly delivery. This is Lake Eola. This is beautiful Orlando. How you doing? Someone just joined. I don't know who it is, but I just wanted to rap with some of y'all this morning because I don't get a chance to vlog that often, and it is hot. Good morning, y'all. How y'all doing? Good morning. I'm downtown here in Orlando, and some of you guys just saw that. One more quick look before I talk with you guys. All right. This is downtown. If you guys have never been to Orlando, Florida, this is part of downtown. And this is Lake Eola. This is a popular area, popular spot. So yeah, downtown in Orlando. And I kind of got pulled this way doing Uber Eats. And so I normally don't do Uber Eats in the mornings too often. It's kind of rare that I do. But I got pulled out here. All right, and so I'm going to just make this quick because I had to pay for parking. And I used like one of those little meter things. And so I wanted to share something with y'all. Okay, a few days ago, I was out doing a Grubhub order, right? And I had went to a restaurant. It was a pizzeria that I go to all the time. Like it's a very well-known pizzeria in Orlando, and so I went there to pick up an order for a customer. And when I got there, there was another Grubhub driver that was there, and I think she was with Grubhub. And so I think Grubhub or Uber Eats. I want to say it was Eats, I think. And so, you know how we have like those insulated bags and those insulated cases that we can bring along with us to put the food in. So anyway, the lady was ahead of me because I had got, of course, I was there after her. And so there was a, like, I guess the lady that worked there was trying to help her with her order because she was, I guess she was done. So long story short, I couldn't believe I was watching this. And so long story short, the Uber driver, with the Uber Eats driver, she was kind of mean to the girl, that was trying to help her out with her order. And so after she finally got her order, I kid you not, the Uber Eats driver was telling the girl that was behind the counter on how to put her order in the bag. Now, she only had one insulated case. Like, it was only just one case because the order that the Uber Eats driver had was hot and cold items. It was like a pizza, calzone, and so like a few pieces of cake, right? Yeah, this is Orlando, y'all. And so I was like, okay. And so and I think it was Uber Eats. And so the Uber Eats driver was just basically harassing the girl, right? And I just stood there, and I was gonna say something. I think she was Uber Eats or Grubhub. I can't remember which. I want to say it was Eats, right? So then the I think the customer had ordered like a soda or something, and so the girl behind the counter was like, "Hey, the app doesn't show what kind of drink that they want. Can you call the customer real quick and reach out to them and ask them?" And the girl was like, the food delivery girl was like, "Well, can't you call them? Because I can't." And she was lying because we were able to reach out to the customers from the app. And I was sitting there watching this. I felt so bad for the girl. And so the girl was like, "Well, can you call it?" Because it was really big. Now, this is on a Saturday. Saturdays are always busy for pizza restaurants. And so, like, she didn't want to call the customer to ask them what kind of soda that they ordered. And so the girl had to stop what she was doing and go and try to call the customer. She was 38 hot. And I stood there, looked at the girl, like, and she turned around and looked at me. like I was supposed to had agreed with her, and she said something like what platform. I forgot what she said about me or whatever. But I was like, I'm just picking up, you know. And so finally the girl found out what kind of soda the customer wanted, put the stuff inside the bag, and so still I think the Uber driver girl, whatever, she was still trying to convince the lady to put all her stuff in the bag. So I'm thinking to myself, that is not her responsibility, you know. And then on top of that, it's not their responsibility to put any items into our insulated bags. We're supposed to do that. And so when I see stuff like that, you know, I think about like how sometimes, you know, we go into these restaurants to pick up food, and then sometimes the cashiers or the staff is mean to us. I don't think it's always them on purpose. I think sometimes when we have people like that work in these platforms that are just nasty like that, it makes us look bad. So when we come in there, you're like, well, why do they have an attitude with me? It's usually because of somebody else. Orlando, it's usually because of like some other person that came in there prior to us was acting up. And so, you know, it just kind of gives everybody a bad rap, I think. So yeah, that was like on Saturday. And so this morning, I decided just to turn on the app because I had to drop my son off and take him somewhere, right? I get to this restaurant, never been there before, ever. And I pick up the food. And, well, by the time I get there, the girl, I guess she was a server or whatever, she gave me this dirty look. Never seen her before. She just looked like she had an attitude, like real snooty, right? I get there, and she's like, hello. And so I'm still looking at my phone because I didn't even respond to that because I knew she had an attitude. So I get to the counter, and she's like, what's the name? And so I'm looking at my phone because it was kind of slow. And I said, oh, the name is such and such. The girl takes the bag and literally like throws it right in my face and walks off. And so I'm looking at her like, did she just do that? And so I stood there for a few seconds. And so I said, excuse me, ma'am, is that for me? She goes, yeah. I said, okay. So I took the bag and I take off with it, you know. And so like, I'm like, man, this has like been like a crazy weekend dealing with some crazy people. Somebody said, good morning, your videos have been so helpful. Just started Instacart and thinking about trying some food delivery services. It's been good way for me to earn money. Oh, thank you, I appreciate that. And so yeah, like I just kind of feel like sometimes, you know, we have issues sometimes dealing with some of the people that we have to pick up food from and stuff like that. And so I try not to let it get to me and stuff, you know, because we don't know what kind of day that they've had. Not that it gives them any right to treat us like that. But I was kind of in shock, but I did report her. I did report her to Uber Eats because, you know, people just have these attitudes, especially like when you're like a upscale area, you know what I'm saying? And so usually I don't do mornings. And every once in a blue moon, I might do mornings for Uber Eats for breakfast. But I just decided to come downtown just to come down here. And I rarely come downtown for anything, but it's so beautiful down here, y'all. See that? This is Lake Eola. If you guys don't know anything about Orlando, this is where I am. This is Lake Eola. It's huge. It's like a mile long or half a mile long. And so but yeah, so I know people have been asking me lately about Instacart and stuff, and I always get people asking me, hey, you know, are you still on the platform? You know, what are you doing? And so I mean, I get on there when I feel like it, you know, so it's not like a continuous thing because I'm so more focused on my film project and some other things that I've been doing privately. And so for me, it's easier just to do the food delivery a lot of the times because just dealing with some of the stuff with Instacart and stuff, it's just too much. And so I just do it whenever I feel like it. And so, and also, like, there's other reasons why I don't share that with a lot of people. I'm not going to go into a whole lot of detail. But I just get on there like whenever I feel like it. So it's not like I'm on there every single day, you know, every single week. And just like with, you know, any other rideshare, you know, I mean, any other app-based gig, you know, I'm just on there like whenever. And so, but Grubhub has worked pretty good for me. Uber Eats works pretty good for me. You know what I mean? And so, like, I just get on either one of them whenever. And so, like, whenever I feel like I just want to make some extra cash, that's just kind of like what I do, you know. But right now, like my main focus has been my film project. That's all that I've been thinking about at this point. And then just releasing some of my content later on in the year. And then also just trying to plan around other YouTube channels and things like that, you know. And, you know, I'm also dealing with, you know, some stuff with, you know, trying to get me and my son on one accord. And any of you guys out there that have teenagers, like, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, because there's times where, you know, because, you know, you love your kids, but there's times where, like, when you guys get into it, you get into it. I mean, there's days when me and him are getting along great, you know, and then, of course, you know, you always get those teenage attitudes and stuff. And so I'm trying not to take it personal, you know. And I think about how I was, like, when I was a teenager, like when I was 16, and I wasn't that bad. I wasn't, because I was like a, what you call, like, a nerd. And so, like, I was, you know, I wasn't that bad at all. Like, I was really to myself. I worked, school, and that was really it. But you know, sometimes dealing with a teenage boy, there's days where you're like, okay, you know, we fight, we argue sometimes. And so try not to take it personal, you know. And especially, you know, being a mom, we love our kids, and we don't want to fight, we don't want to argue. Someone just says, what high school? Somebody said something about high school. I don't know. I didn't get that part. Oh, James, you said that you're getting married. Okay, congratulations on your nuptials. Let me know how that goes. Like, I would love to see pictures. Like, I love weddings. Somebody just asked me a question about high school. I didn't get a chance to see all of that. He said, what school did I go to? Oh, why'd you ask? I went to 2 different high schools. Like, my first, like, my freshman and my sophomore year, I went to one high school, and then, like, when I moved, I went to another high school. Like, my first 2 years of high school, my freshman, my sophomore year, I went to Lake Howell High School. And then my junior and my senior year, I went to Lyman High School. That's where I went. Oh, Cruz, you went to where? Did you go to Lyman or Lake Howell? Oviedo. What year? Sorry, y'all. Sidebar. This is someone's talking to me on here. What year, like, were you in high school? Yeah, Lake Howell. When? Because I was in high school in the 90s. I was in high school from, like, 93 to, like, 97 or 93 to 98, whatever. Oh, you graduate 93. Okay, so you're way older than me. Yeah, so, like, when you graduate 93, I was just starting high school. Like, I started in 1993. Yeah, August of 93 is when I started. So, yeah, like, I'm 40 now. I'm old. But yeah, y'all. So this is what Orlando looks like. Like, I would love to start taking you guys downtown, or, like, taking you to different areas. But I'm not, like, a city person. Like, it's just too crowded. But right now, the weather's nice. But it's starting to get hot. And I'll just kind of show you guys around real quick so you can kind of see. Someone just says, your videos have been super helpful for me. Also, I just started driving for Uber about 30 days ago, and I live home with 2 teenagers, seniors, and male adults, and I can totally relate. Girl, yeah, okay. All right, guys, quick tour. This is a quick tour. I'm not going to walk around the whole lake, but if you guys ever come to O-Town, this is downtown. All right, this is Lake Eola, and if you look over there, right there, like where you see, like, the little purple and, like, the different colors, that's the amphitheater. They have, like, different events and stuff like that there. The last major event that they had here was the I think it was the Pulse. They had like a Pulse thing, like an anniversary that they have once a year for the Pulse survivors. I mean, and the people that lost their lives or whatever. They have that here, and they have all kinds of stuff here. It is just beautiful, y'all. And that's the fountain. But at night, I have to come down here at night to show you guys, like when the lights up, that fountain right there that you see, right there, it lights up at night. So, and here are, like, ducks. So yeah, I mean, I would love to travel and do more and show you guys the beautiful state of Florida, but so hot. You know, like, I would love to do like a YouTube channel of just, like, Florida. But, you know, I don't know how long Florida's going to be here, because it's like, it's going to sink. I hope not, because if it does, I'm moving. This is everything. This is so nice, guys. And there's a lot of high rises. Like, I would not want to live downtown, because I'm not, like, a city girl. But yeah, here comes some black people. All right, so yeah, y'all. So yeah, that's what's been going on. I'm just doing mostly, like, food delivery, and I haven't really been focusing on anything else but just my film project, and just working on my, like I told you guys before, just been working on me. Sorry. Sorry, y'all. You know how like when you do vlogs, people be staring at you and stuff? Oh, well. I'm going to get over here in the shade. Give me 1 second. I'm going to get here in the shade. I got some new sneakers. Someone just says my sentiments exactly. See my new kicks? These New Balances. They're so comfortable. But yeah, so I'm gonna get over here in the shade, y'all. It's hot. So I mean, I would love to do like a separate channel or something, just kind of showcasing the state of Florida. But I don't know, because right now, how I've been another reason why I haven't been doing a lot of vlogs is because like I've been prioritizing and rearranging my priorities, I guess. Like I've just been working on what's important to me. And I don't want to become so busy with so many ideas. I mean, there's a lot of good ideas, but it doesn't mean that it's meant for me to do. And sometimes having too many good ideas is a distraction. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can come up with so many great ideas to start a business, or so many ideas to do different ventures or to do different things in life instead of focusing on just one thing, you know? And so like, I don't want to do that anymore, you know? And so like, I'm like, I don't know, like, it's like once I approached 40, that's when I knew. I was like, you know what? It's time for me to do something different. I need to, you know, and I don't ever want people that I know and love to wait until they get a certain age to say, you know what? Now I want change. Like, if you know, now I would start to like work on yourself now. And so on. But yeah, there's been some other life changing events that's happened to me recently that I'm not going to discuss here on YouTube. It's nothing bad. But as far as like ministry goes, like even with that, just, it's been crazy, you know. And even, you know, discerning, you know, where God wants me to be as far as church and stuff. Because you can't always go with the crowd. You can't always go with what's popular and stuff like that. Somebody said, I know I'm late, but what is your film project about? Okay, so I know I haven't talked a lot about this too much. And the reason why I haven't talked a lot about my film project is because it's like for me, and I'm just talking on a spiritual base. Someone just said, yeah, I just started Change Life late in life. Began last year when I quit my job at the VA hospital at Lake Nona. Yeah, you know what? I know exactly where you are. Yeah, Lake Nona, is that the one? That's not the one over there by Baldwin Park, is it? Because I think I was out that way recently. But anyway, the reason why I haven't talked too much about my film project, oh no, not that one, okay. It's because like I have learned that if you talk about stuff too soon, stuff can happen to you and you're not understanding why it's happening because it's already out there. So for instance, okay, you know how some people, like once they get into a relationship, they don't tell everybody, you know, they don't tell their family, they don't tell a lot of their friends, and don't post it on social media. It's kind of like that. And I consider my film project my babies. And I have learned, for me, and speaking as a believer, about spiritual warfare. Like I've already known about it. I'm just saying, like, sometimes we deal with stuff in our life, it's because we tell stuff too soon. And someone says, I will definitely share some pictures. We're getting married on March 2nd. Okay, that's what's up. And Cruz says, I hear you, keep our goals quiet. And so, but I had to wait until I actually started filming to do this project. And usually, like what I used to do when I started filming like years ago, I used to post everything on social media and to show everybody like what I was doing. And it hindered some projects, y'all. Like there was a film I did and everybody was waiting for it. And it's already done. I just haven't finished editing it because I was having some problems with the audio file. And it was just one thing after another. And then another film I completed, I kid you not, the file is gone, the SD card is missing. And so I think somebody took it out of my bag. I'm almost positive of it because I did a photo shoot for a client of mine years ago. And when I got back to my bag, it was gone. And so that film I did with all this actors work, everything was gone. And I thought I backed everything up, but I didn't. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And plus, the film that I did, the content is kind of, it's very controversial. And so even though I make faith-based films, I don't make faith-based films like the typical ones that you would see with, you know, the typical Christian actor, you know what I mean? And I have to do it in a way like that, like Christ's book is like, as far as like parables. And the project is about a girl who is and she struggles with her sexuality basically. And she's a teenager, and she has this issue where, you know, her parents are saved or whatever, but she's not. And so she basically struggles with that. And so she goes through some life changing events, and she goes through, of course, bullying, because you know when people are in that lifestyle that they get bullied. And so but basically that's what it's about. It's about change. And you know, but I don't talk a lot about it because I know a few times I mentioned it on some of my vlogs, and some of you guys probably hadn't seen it if you haven't noticed, but I think some people unsubscribed because I talked about the film, about what it's about. It's about a girl that struggles with her sexuality, as far as she likes girls, but her life changes in the end, and so but it changes for the better. And so it's not a film that glorifies that lifestyle. It's not at all. It may appear that way, but it's not. And so like now, like as soon as I started talking about that, people started leaving the chat. So that, you see what I mean? Like that's why I don't talk about it, because I think people, if people are doing something or in a particular lifestyle, it doesn't matter what it is, whatever it is, you know. And when you start talking about stuff about change and about doing things the way that God intended, people get offended. But you know, I don't do stuff to condemn people. Like I don't make films like that. It's to bring change. And that's why my film company is also called Pictures. An altar is a place where you go before the God and you repent and you change. You lay at the altar, leave it there, and you change. That's why my film company is called that. But God gave me that name. And so I don't talk a lot about it, because as soon as you start talking about homosexuality, people become offended or whatever. And so God gave me topics to deal with and to express to the world, and to open it up so people can deal with it. You know what I mean? And so that's what the film is about. It's called Boy. And if you guys are interested, you're more than welcome to go to the website. It's boythemovie.com. I haven't completed it yet because I'm still filming, but it'll have like the list of characters and the actors and stuff like that. But I'll be able to finish that by the end of the week. And my film company page is also called pictures.com, and you guys will be able to take a look at that. So so that's what I've been doing. And so you know, I'm just praying about even getting like a film crew. Like, I mean, I need a better camera. Like, there's a lot of stuff that I need, but I'm just using what I have right now to utilize, you know, just utilize what I have so I can get the film project done. But other than that, I've been doing my app-based gigs and stuff. And somebody made a comment on one of my videos the other day over the weekend. It was a really nasty comment, but somebody made a comment and said something like, well, you know, you're misleading people about the app-based gig community. You can't work full-time. You can't work. I never really said that. Like, if you guys look, I have like 200 plus videos. Like, I never said you can only do this full-time. Like, I said, if it's good in your community, you know, if the area's all right, you know, then do it. If not, then, you know, basically, you have to see my videos, you know, like you'll know if this app-based gig thing is for you, you know. But I'm not going to go into a lot of detail because I don't like to repeat what people say like this negative like that. I don't, because it's just a distraction, because I get people to talk bad about me all the time. But I don't usually get a whole lot of negative comments on here. Sometimes, but not too often. And so I think when people, I feel like sometimes when you do like one of those reaction videos or try to clap back at what people say, it kind of takes away from all the positive that you've done. You know what I mean? So I don't focus on that. But yeah, y'all, it's been 24 minutes since I've been on here. And I had put some money in like the little clicker thing, and so it's only for like 30 minutes, and so I don't want to get a ticket. And it's almost 10 o'clock, and so like I'm gonna head back out and go run some errands before I start doing Grubhub. But if you guys have any questions, you're more than welcome to post some comments below, or you can send me an email if you want. And but yeah, if you're an actor and you're serious about acting, or if you're getting started, you know, I have casting calls every once in a while. I won't do another casting call probably towards like late fall, like right before the holidays. And I'm working on another project, and so with that project, I'm going to need specific locations, you know. So yeah, I'm going to give you guys one more quick look of downtown Orlando, and then I'm going to bounce. I'm out of here. God bless y'all.